If you remember all the way back to high school physics when they're talking about electric movement of atoms and molecules and resistors, electrons flow through the path of least resistance. So given the opportunity, more are going to flow to where there's less resistance. The path of least resistance applies throughout our lives, right? There are plenty of things where this is the hard, but it's probably for the better. This is the easier. It feels good in the moment. It's easier, so I'm going to do that. Sometimes it's okay. Now, when it comes to boys and video games, boys and YouTube, the path of least resistance is often, hey, I'm feeling uncomfortable. Hey, I'm bored. Hey, I'm upset or frustrated. I'm going to turn to video games. I'm going to turn to YouTube. This happens to girls too, but it's way more common in boys that they'll turn to these distractions. What happens over time is they learn uncomfortable feeling, video games. Not sure what to do, distract myself with YouTube. It becomes the path of least resistance for them, and they don't learn those coping strategies, those tools, those more difficult but more fruitful when it comes to life skills. They don't learn how to handle all the ups and downs of lives. They turn to video games and to YouTube and things like that because it's easy, it's readily available. They can't go buy alcohol. They can't, smoke weed as a 13-year-old because they just don't typically have access to it. But you can see and feel that comfort from the distraction that comes from video games. And so what we as parents have to do is we have to say, okay, video games are fine in some circumstances, but it's not okay to just every time you're upset, every time you're uncomfortable, every time something is hard, turn to YouTube or to video games, because you will not learn those skills. And as you get able to have access to more and more things, whether it's alcohol, whether it's weed, whether it's drugs, whether it's porn, whatever it might be, it's going to get easier. Your brain has been trained to go down the path of least resistance, and we need to actively work on choosing the hard. And so